In Memphis, nothing comes easy, and that's exactly how we like it. This is a city built on hustle, on heart, on grit. And at Carway, our rides are built the same way. Tough, reliable, ready for the grind. No games, no gimmicks, just Memphis-style service. Real, honest, and built on trust. Where grit meets grind, you meet your next ride. Carway, grit, grind, and Pink Beetles. In Memphis, we know a thing or two about resilience. From the grindhouse to the Delta, we protect what's ours. But when pests invade your home, it's time to fight back. Grade A Pest knows how to handle what crawls, flies, and bites. With local experience and guaranteed results.
I'm Reggie with Grade A Pest Control. We service the Memphis metro area. That also includes DeSoto and Fayette County as well.
Grade A Pest has the entire Mid-South covered. So if bugs and pests put you to the test, let Grade A solve your problem. Bluff City Media presents the Two Buck Sports Show with your hosts, Rusty Buckets and Uncle Buck. Now, let's get to the show.
What's up, everybody? Happy Friday, and welcome to the Two Buck Sports Show. I am your co-host, Rusty Witten, a.k.a. Rusty Buckets, and we are proudly brought to you by FanDuel Sportsbook. And Uncle Buck is still out Power Rangering, so I got the wonder from down under, Mr. Wayne O, with me today. How are you, sir?
Good, sir. I'm good. Feels weird, no big intro today, but hey, it is what it is.
That's all right. You know, it is what it is. Kind of getting a feel for it. He hollered at me the last couple of times, and so I took the reins today. Nice. But I appreciate you being here, man. Best news of the day. We just got a message in the group chat that Luke has power back, and excited that Hatmaker's back in civilization, no longer living that Amish lifestyle. He's got power in his house again. So shout out NES and Luke Hatmaker.
It's like he came out of like this little dark cave, and all of a sudden there's sunlight. Like, where am I?
Exactly. What's that movie with Brendan Fraser, Indocino Man, where he's like the caveman that appears in the future? That's Luke Hatmaker right now.
Dug Luke up out of it. Yeah,
that's exactly right. Revitalized him, and he is back in the 21st century, whatever it is. Yeah. 22nd. I don't know. Who knows? Who even keeps up with that? But it is Friday, finally Friday, after a snowy, cold week. The roads are still super icy and slick. The side roads are. Main thoroughfares are okay, but I know folks are still having trouble left and right getting out of their neighborhoods. So if that's you, thanks for hanging out with us here, joining us today. It is Friday. Wayno's facial hair is coming back. I'm no longer podcasting with a child. I actually have a grown man with me now again. Earlier this week, it was like me and a 14-year-old, so I'm glad that Wayno is back to his normal rightful age.
Speaking of 14, just a real quick shout-out. He won't watch the show because he's a Denver fan, but my eldest son's his 14th birthday today, so shout out Ethan.
Happy birthday, Ethan, from across the pond. That's awesome, man. Good up. 14 years old. It's a fun age. It's growing up fast, man. So happy birthday to Mr. Ethan. Enjoy the day. I think the Nuggets play the Clippers tonight. Hopefully the Nuggets get him a win tonight.
I got one son who's a Denver fan and one son who's a Boston fan. And and here I am. I am juggling this madness.
Here in the pit of misery, which before we dive in the pit of misery, that is basketball purgatory, as the episode is so perfectly titled. We got a little buffoonery to get out of the way, as on Fridays we do our Bucks Big Three. That's right. It is Friday, and on Fridays, we do our Bucks Big Three, where we take a look at three things and we more or less just draft our favorite of them. We're talking about three things, any category, typically non-sports. And so today, that is no different. It is a non-sports. It's something that everybody knows and loves well. One of my favorite television shows is Parks and Rec. And in Parks and Recreation, Ron Swanson tells Leslie Knope when she's dealing with the breakup, he says, there's not a sadness in this world that can't be cured by breakfast food. And so we're talking breakfast food today, Wayno. And as the guest, I'm going to let you go first. It can be any and all breakfast food. It can even be some weird Australian dingo patties or whatever y'all eat, dingo sausage or whatever.
I won't get everyone off center with baked beans on toast to start the batting, but I will just say, before we jump into this, this is like one of my favorite things to do. So like not saying like when I was super young, but like when I was younger and, you know that age when you first start driving your car and you first like, it's that weird stage where you're no longer meeting up with your friends at school anymore, but like you're catching up with them outside of school and on weekends and stuff, through the week and stuff. One of my favorite things to do, and still to this day to do, is catching up over breakfast. So people like to go out and catch up for lunch. People like to go out and catch up for dinner. My big thing is, man, let's get up, crack of dawn, hit a cafe, and get ourselves a nice coffee and some real nice breakfast food. So this is up there for me.
Absolutely. I'm right there with you. I love a good breakfast brunch situation. Back when I was in the PT world and I was a regional director over some clinics, I always did a clinic director's breakfast. That's when we'd have our big get together in our meeting where we'd share ideas. I'd download information from the company. We'd work on different things. And we'd always do it over breakfast because, I mean, to me, breakfast is the best meal of the day. I love cooking breakfast, inside, outside, on a Blackstone, whatever. I just like breakfast food. So hit me. What's your first choice for breakfast food?
My first one is actually like my tester. Any new place I'm trying, I always get this because if you mess this up, I'm never coming back. It's scrambled egg on toast. If you mess up scrambled egg on toast, like if you come out and give me like this yolky slop, like, you know what I mean? Or it's got some weird like tang to it, I'm never coming back. I don't care how good your coffee is. I'm never coming back. That's my go-to, scrambled egg on toast.
Solid choice. I'm going to go with an old family favorite. It may not be everybody's cup of tea, but it's something that my family always did. Like snow days, we did it a lot, or on weekends, and it was just kind of a treat. And my dad would take just regular white bread. He put a little butter on it, sprinkle cinnamon and sugar on it, throw it in the oven, and we called it cinnamon toast. And we would always have that like on weekends or snow days, cinnamon toast, a little orange juice, maybe an egg or a couple pieces of bacon. But cinnamon toast was a staple growing up in my house, and I hadn't had it in a long time. Talking about it now, may have to do something this weekend.
Oh, nice. I'm already hungry. It's like, 8 minutes past 4. And this is going to kill me, man.
Talking breakfast food, I'm sure.
Yeah. All right. So my next one is a bit of a go-to. If you're in Oz, you'll see a lot of tradies. This is like their go-to meal. I'd say almost every cafe in Australia has this, especially if they're opening at like breakfast hours. And that's a good old bacon and egg on toast.
Hard to beat.
So actually, no, like more of a bacon egg roll, I'll say. Yeah.
Roll. So like a roll up, or? So
it's like a roll, think like a toasted bread bun.
Like a biscuit.
See, when you say biscuit, I think something else.
Well, see, y'all are wrong. Y'all think they're cookies, and that couldn't be more wrong.
Biscuit. Like, that's what I think of. So it's like a white bun, usually toasted, buttered. You've got bacon on there. You've got egg on there, and some places you can indulge and get yourself a little hash brown in there as well. Some sauce.
That's strong. Yeah, strong. Shout out to Carter 901. Cheese grits with scrambled eggs, and it got me through college. I had to be at the gym to open it at like 5 in the morning so that like people could come in and get a lift, and I was doing like strength and conditioning stuff. And so on the way out the door, I'd cook me some grits, some instant grits, 2 bags, scramble 2 eggs, mix in some cheese, hot sauce, and mix all that in a bowl as I'm going out the door so I could eat on my way to the gym. So that got me through college. That and Apple Jacks. I ate a lot of Apple Jacks in college.
Dumb Aussie question. What's grits?
I knew it was coming. So you take cornmeal and you grind it down into a fine grain, and then you mix it with water, and it kind of swells a little bit. It is known in the South. Like, it is a thing in the South. Come, we're going to introduce you to grits. Your life will never be the same.
Because you say grit, and I go, oh, dirt? Like grits? Like, gritty? What are you guys eating? You're eating the dirt.
we eating top tier brekkie around here is what that is. For my second one, my go-to when I go out, this is kind of my, like, if I go and you don't have a good one of these, then I'm going to write you off. There was a restaurant in Myrtle Beach who had 21 different varieties of Eggs Benedict, like an Eggs Benny where you've got your biscuit, a poached egg with your hollandaise, and you can church it up. You can put bacon. One of the best ones I ever had duck confit and some caramelized onions on it. You could do it with a crab cake. Like, I've seen it done a million different ways, but it's hard to beat just an Eggs Benedict, just regular with the hollandaise sauce. It is one of my go-tos when I go out. I feel fancy when I eat it, but I love a good Eggs Benny.
Nice. Well, I got one more, right?
You got one more, last one.
Well, look, we've gone on savory angle for the most part, so let's just go to the classic and get some pancakes.
Pancakes. Any way they come, to blueberry, chocolate chip, plain, buttermilk. You can church them up however you want.
However you want it. Pancakes.
Put some strawberries, blueberries on top with some whipped cream. Yeah. Or are you more of a pancake than a waffle guy?
I think pancakes are more readily available than waffles here. So I have to probably go out of I'd probably have to go pancakes just out of access.
Sure.
I don't mind. I like waffles as well. Like, there's not much I won't.
Yeah, same.
I was about to say, there's not much I won't put in my mouth that stop myself and
big balls. Anyway, this family-friendly show. Wait, I'm putting stuff in his mouth. Anyway, I want to go. We talked about. We kind of mentioned it in a few other little things, like in our dishes. But my last one is just bacon. Like, if I just showed up at your house and you had just made a plate full of bacon for me for breakfast, I couldn't be happier. Like, I would be just chickle titless, as they say. Like, I would just eat all the bacon and be happy. Like, there's another episode of Ron Swanson on Parks and Rec where he tells him, he goes, I want you to bring me all the bacon and eggs that you have. And the waiter walks up. He goes, hold on, son. What I think you heard is that I want a lot of bacon and eggs. And I want all the bacon and eggs that you have. And like, that's me. Just bring me all the bacon. And I'll eat it crispy or whatever. My favorite I've talked about is like medium rare, where it's just still a little chewy and a little crunchy, kind of a good combo. Yeah. But I'm not picky, bro. I will eat the snot out of some bacon, whatever it looks like.
I'm going to say, like, my go-to to all this is like with a side of coffee. Like, that's
black coffee.
That's without saying, right?
Yeah. Ooh, shout out Joel. He's getting fancy. He's making some crepes. Making some Johnny cakes, which are similar to pancakes, made more out of cornmeal. We got ham and cheese omelets with King Meeks. I mean, absolutely fire. Carter 901. Everything's on toast in Australia, apparently. You'll probably be served on toast at some point to some animal down there, whether it's like a huntsman spider or a snake or whatever the case may be. You're going to be on toast at some point. You'll end up on toast at some point. But that's our Friday tradition of the Bucks Big Three as we draft our favorite things. Today's breakfast food. Everybody loves a good breakfast food, and we needed that pick-me-up, Wayno, to talk about good breakfast food, to talk about good things as we now transition to the not-so-good things we have to talk about. And, of course, I'm talking about the Memphis Grizzlies. That's right. What goes up must come down as we transition to the Memphis Grizzlies, who play basketball tonight in New Orleans inside the Blender, the Smoothie King Center, where we travel and take on the New Orleans Pelicans. The Pelicans are a 2.5-point favorite. Grizzlies are plus 114 on the money line there. If you think the first quarter is going to get out to a hot start, which the Grizzlies can, we see it fall apart late. You get the first quarter point total at over-unders at 60.5. Over is minus 108. Under is minus 114. So there's a pretty good chance it could go either way. Also, real quick, shout out Joe Pettit. I am a high-calorie human. Like, you can't really tell because you just see me from here up. I'm a high-calorie human. I know food and I know ball. But the Memphis Grizzlies are a underdog in New Orleans, Wayno. Like, I'm not surprised. The last time we faced them just a couple of weeks ago, they beat us by 6, and it really wasn't that close. We got dominated on the boards, much like we did against Charlotte. And if anything, this team is regressing, and it is worse than that Memphis Grizzlies team that faced the New Orleans Pelicans just a few weeks ago.
More of the same, really. I mean, the only thing I'm really interested to see is if we get Ty on the court. What are the odds?
Doubtful, so I don't think we'll see him in this game, but that could mean we see him tomorrow night at home when I'll be in the building for the Timberwolves game, and I wouldn't be upset about that.
Yeah, look. The same themes are still going to be going in this one. Sadiq Bey, I mean, we've just been set up for these role players to kill us.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? It's like we do a decent enough job on their stars, but then the option is leaving an NBA player open somewhere on the court. And I mean, if Sadiq Bey, who is playing really well, like we touched on before, like I think the first time we played them, me and Uncle Buck were in the group chat and we were like, man, I like Sadiq Bey. And I was like, yeah, he would look great in Memphis Blue.
I've always kind of had a hope. Like we've talked about him a couple of times on the Two Buck Sports Show at different trade deadlines where he's the guy that I would like to target because he's tough and he can score. Like he's a guy that would
just
check a lot of boxes for us. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look, today's game, I'm predicting a 15-point lead, which we will probably squander by fourth quarter. I mean,
that would check, be up by 15, and then it's squander in the fourth quarter because we out of 30 teams, we're ranked 19th defensively, giving up 116.3 points per game. This Pelicans team is worse than that. They're 28th, giving 121.2. But right now, like, there's not a lot of things we're doing well offensively, defensively. I was sold by T.I. that we're going to play with pace, intensity, and aggressiveness. And all we've gotten is pace. We don't get any intensity. We don't get any aggressiveness, especially in the fourth quarter. Now, we get it early, but we don't get that in the fourth quarter. And our defense, for all the talk about, how aggressive his teams are defensively and good at closing out and good at working through screens and defending pick and rolls, that ain't been the case lately. This team has no heart or effort defensively. And so I agree. Like we might lead this game. I just don't. There's not a real world where I see us getting a win here tonight.
And don't forget our coach's motto: under no circumstances, absolutely no hot streaks.
None. You can't allow it. If you score 6 points in a row, you're coming out. You're coming out. You're done.
Yeah. I mean, like this game will be. The spider's web continues. Do you know what I mean? What Jaren are we going to get today?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Or like, are we going to get a dominant performance, which, like, by the talent and things we've seen, like, he's more than capable of doing. I mean, it's just it's a mess, and the trade deadline, cannot come quick enough for me. We just want to know where we're at.
Yeah. As of right now, Carter 901, no. On Tankathon, they're tied with Sacramento for the best odds for first overall. Technically, they're in second. Listen to second, but they're tied with the Kings. Oh, and the Pacers all have a 14% chance of getting the first overall pick. But based on their averages, it's Sacramento, New Orleans, and Indiana are the top 3 picks in the draft right now.
Hey, didn't Dallas have like a 1.8% chance of getting the number 1 pick last season? The basketball gods owe us one, okay? That's all I'm saying.
You mean Adam Silver?
Because him, right?
Adam Silver owed the Mavericks one last year for trading Luka. Like, he owes us a solid for having to put up with John Morant and all his tomfoolery.
Who do we need to trade to get that deal? That's what I want to know.
Which we'll get to that at the back half of the show. Don't you worry. After the commercial break, we are going to put on our GM hats and talk about how to get this team out of basketball purgatory, where we are currently stuck right now. But tonight, if you're feeling like making some money over on Jafoolery, hashtag shout out Joel, hashtag Jafoolery. I love it. But if you're interested in making a little bit of money over on FanDuel on this game tonight, and you want to take a line that's both with head and heart, I think a safe bet is to get Cedric 15+ points, Cam 8+ assists. I'm like Key Meeks. I think Cam Spencer has a better night tonight, a little bit more of a bounce back. But the last time we faced this team, Zion had 11 rebounds. Derek Queen had 8 rebounds. 6 straight games, we've allowed multiple 8 or more rebounding efforts from an opposing team player. So I've got Zion 8+ rebounds, Derek Queen both 8+ rebounds. You put that in a same game parlay, that's plus 1289. You can also get a 30% profit boost over on FanDuel. Wayno, I feel like this one will hit. Mine the other night didn't, but we're going to give up a bunch of rebounds. I feel pretty good about this one.
You can't fool me. You can't fool me.
It's reverse psychology.
I was so like sold on the last one that I was like even like trying to find the app on my phone, and then last minute I was like, I had to get to work. I was running out of time. I was like, I'll do it later, and totally forgot. And man, what a lesson!
Cedric helped me out. Cedric he had 17. He hit for me. Jock had 3 rebounds and Cam had 6 assists. So all over that parlay. But I feel good about this one for sure.
Okay.
Then, if that's not bad enough, then we get to host the T-Wolves tomorrow night in the FedEx Forums. FanDuel doesn't have any lines on that game just yet, but this is one of the teams that with the winning record that we have beaten this year. We had a great 20 and 10 point game, or 20 and 10 game from Jock, a 28 and 12 game from Jaron, way back at the beginning of December 17th. But as Michael Scott once famously said, my, how the turntables. And we are now a way worse basketball team facing a buzzsaw who just beat Oklahoma City last night by being super physical, super long, super athletic. I just, like, if we don't have any chances tonight, Minnesota coming in tomorrow night, riding a 3-game winning streak. We don't have a great chance tonight. We have even less so tomorrow night, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I can't argue with any of that, really. I mean, I didn't even think we probably even have the same lineup.
No, that was BC's first game back, man. He had 6 points in 17 minutes. He played so well. We matched him. Like Jaron was going at Julius Randle's chest and getting buckets and getting points. Like, it was a vintage Grizzlies game.
Yeah.
Now, like, we don't resemble anything that once was the Memphis Grizzlies.
I miss BC so much. And after that Hornets game and watching Musa just like freaking destroy us, I found myself on YouTube and like, just do yourself a favor and go back and watch BC in our peak runs and just how athletic he is and like just attacking the rim. Like, I had actually forgotten how high he used to jump.
Yeah.
And just like the lob threat, like, oh my God, like that guy used to like want to tear the rim down. Like, and I miss that so much. I just, we need to replace that on this team.
Yeah, BC was the only player that really played with a give a damn and doesn't play with a loser mentality, and we don't have that. Him and Edie are the only 2 competitors really on this team. And I'm not knocking Cedric and Gigi and some of those guys with that, but like true competitors who go out there with a fire in their belly to win basketball games, both of them are in street clothes, unfortunately for us. And neither of them are John Morant.
Yeah. Oh, look, people do listen to me. Yeah,
exactly. Thanks, shout out Carter 901. Yeah, we are the worst team in the league playing right now. We've lost 4 and we're 3-7 in our last 10. That ties us with Sacramento, slightly behind Brooklyn and Washington. But I bet if we played the Nets or the Wizards right now, we'd lose. I've watched us lose to the Wizards. I know we'd lose that game.
Yeah, I mean, the only ironic silver lining is you can no longer say like we only beat bad teams.
Yeah, we don't beat anybody.
Because now we lose to everyone. So
yeah, the only team, I'll say this, the only team that we can consistently beat is the Memphis Grizzlies, because we beat ourselves with goofy lineups, lack of rebounding, lack of effort, and killer instincts. That's the only team that we truly have their number is the Memphis Grizzlies.
We beat ourselves.
I mean, am I wrong? Spot the lie.
Pause.
Spot the lie. I don't see one. Well, hey, listen, that's enough about what is going on with the Grizzlies, because we are truly firmly stuck in basketball purgatory. And so Wayno and I decided that we're going to take our chance. We put on our tinfoil hats the other day. Well, today, we're putting on our GM hats, and we're going to talk about what we think the Grizzlies need to do to get out of basketball purgatory and turn this thing around. So stick with us after this brief commercial break. On the other side, we fixing the Grizzlies.
In Memphis, we know a thing or two about resilience. From the grindhouse to the Delta, we protect what's ours. But when pests invade your home, it's time to fight back. Grade A Pest knows how to handle what crawls, flies, and bites. With local experience and guaranteed results.
I'm Reggie with Grade A Pest Control. We service the Memphis metro area. That also includes DeSoto and Fayette County as well.
Grade A Pest has the entire Mid-South covered. So if bugs and pests put you to the test, let Grade A solve your problem. Memphis, it's going down. This Friday, January 30th, the Grizzlies go to war with New Orleans, and the city's watching together at Grind City Brewing. Big screens, cold beer, loud fans, real Memphis energy. Pull up for the Bluff City Media Watch Party at Grind City Brewing, where the beer is cold and the vibes are undefeated. Don't watch alone, watch it with the city.
Do y'all think Penny focuses too much on reclamation projects out of the portal instead of actual talent?
He certainly did this season, because in the past, Memphis has tried maybe one or two reclamation projects a year. Like Dane Danger, for example, was obviously a reclamation project, but that was really the only reclamation project that he was really going for there.
You can go down this roster and name a lot of dudes who Penny recruited thinking that he can help them get better and kind of revive their collegiate career.
The key to making reclamation projects work is surrounding that player with guys who do not have to be reclamated.
Yes.
TJ Haggerty did not have to be reclamated. Tyrese Hunter did not have to be reclamated. Colby Rogers didn't have to be reclamated. Nick Jourdain didn't have to be reclamated. He was who he was already. If you surround reclamation projects with guys who don't have to be reclamated, it gives you a much better, chance of success with that reclamation project.
Tune in to Tigers Live with Francis Carlotta, live after every Memphis Tiger basketball game on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel. In Memphis, nothing comes easy, and that's exactly how we like it. This is a city built on hustle, on heart, on grit. And at Carway, our rides are built the same way. Tough, reliable, ready for the grind. No games, no gimmicks, just Memphis-style service. Real, honest, and built on trust. Where grit meets grind, you meet your next ride. Carway, grit, grind, and Pink Beetles.
Welcome back to the $2 Sports Show, live on Bluff City Media's YouTube channel, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Central. I'm your boy, Rusty Whitten, with my guy, Wayne O from Down Under, hanging out with me today. We do have a watch party tonight at Grind City Brewing, but y'all, the roads are not safe. The side roads are not safe, so don't come out. If you can't get there comfortable, if you don't feel safe, you don't feel comfortable, we're not encouraging you to get out on these roads. Down near the brewery, it's clear. I know Kenny got stuck in his neighborhood last night. I've seen a lot of people sliding off in the ditches already this morning, just going my little short drive to the gym and back. So be smart. We want y'all to come and hang out and have a beer with us and watch the game, but please be smart and don't do anything reckless tonight. But if you do come out, we will be at Grind City Brewing starting at 6:30 tonight, hanging out, watching the Grizz, having some brews, and hanging out at the best venue in the city, Grind City Brewing. So, Wayno, we talked a little bit yesterday. I sent up the bat signal and said, hey, it's time to put on our GM hat. And let's figure out how we can fix this team. I thought you'd like that. Quick, bring back the tinfoil hats. This is what you get for posting on Instagram. I can grab this stuff. But we're putting on our tinfoil hats. And we're going to talk about our GM hats, how we can fix this Memphis Grizzlies team. We're stuck in basketball purgatory. We're not getting better. We're only getting worse. We're getting unintentionally getting younger, as Zach Kleiman, who got us unintentionally younger, made us. But Wayno, where do we start? Like, what's a good launching point to try and course correct for the Grizzlies?
So I kind of tackled this in two ways. I kind of tackled, like, you've been tuning in through the week. I've spoken a lot about getting rid of the glory days, moving on from the glory days. We're sitting on too many players like that. So I kind of broke it into two categories. I kind of broke it into a scenario where we keep Ja and Jaren Jackson Jr. and then life after that, I suppose.
Yeah. I like it. I kind of went, I went full, like, I've got like a small rebuild, I've got a full blow up, and then I've got fringe moves to try and salvage what we've got.
Okay.
Obviously, let's get the cat out of the bag. Obviously, move one of one, if there's any way possible, to go get Giannis Antetokounmpo, like we talked about yesterday. That's priority number one, right? Like, that's pie in the sky. We talked about that yesterday. I would love to make it happen. It's not going to happen. But if he had any interest in coming to Memphis, you give them whatever it takes to get him to Memphis. We agree on that.
I'm with Carter in the comments, because after our show the other day, I too was just dreaming about and thinking about Giannis in a Memphis jersey. So I suppose I'll jump this off a little bit and just say that we could do that move, because I don't care about his feelings. And you just got to make the deal that good that Milwaukee no longer care about his feelings. Crazier things have happened. Like I've said before, like Chris Webber hated going to Sacramento.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Hated it. He did not want to be there. And look how that turned out. So
yeah,
it could happen for us. It could happen for us. It's a bit of faith.
I mean, there's a world where Zach Kleiman is sitting in his office down at Beale Street. Probably not today because the roads are a little slippery. He's probably sitting in his home office, having a hot beverage, watching some TV, watching the $2 Sports Show. What's up, ZK, if you're watching? And he's thinking, you know what? I've come close the last 3 trade deadlines with DFS, with KD, and with Jimmy Butler. I'm tired of being the bridesmaid and not the bride. I'm going to offer Milwaukee the freaking armored truck to get Giannis paired with Ja in Memphis. There's a world we have the salaries that we can send out to pair him with Ja and Jared. You can make it work with a KCP, BC, Jitty type trade. If you want to get real spicy, you could do KCP, BC, and Santi and send that up there. Then you get a couple of vets. You get Santi, who's a good player. Give him GG, whatever it takes. And then 4, 5, 6 first-round picks. Because as we talked about yesterday, we have all of them between now and 2031, including other teams. So there's a world where you can make it happen.
So I like it. I like where it's headed. It's not my deal, though. My deal is to I want this deal done like that. Like, I want to send my first proposal over and then pick up the phone and go, let's make this happen as quick as possible. I don't want it in the news cycle for like 2 weeks. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want that. Yeah. I don't want this deal leaking into the next season or the upcoming draft. I want it done now. I want it done yesterday. That's the kind of G I am. So my deal to the Bucks for Giannis is Santi, Edie, Gigi Jackson, KCP, and 4 first-rounders. You've got to throw the Bane deal at Milwaukee for them to turn their back on their star and say, this is too good to be true. Sorry about your feelings, Giannis. Thanks for the chip. You're off to Memphis, buddy.
I like that, because then that puts Jaren at the 5, Giannis at the 4. You've got a very athletic starting lineup of Ja, Cedric, Jalen, Giannis, and Jaren, because you've sent out GG, KCP. No more Edie, which y'all know I like Edie, but I like Giannis a whole lot better than I like Zach Edie.
You can fill the rest of the roster out at free agency. We haven't given up all our picks either. We've still got two future picks there, and our GM is quite good with those picks, so I'm gonna rely on that. And my deal is get this done now. Like, again, it's got to be like how we look at the Bane deals. Like, yes, we love Bane here, but like that deal's too good to be true. Like, we got to take that, especially in today's current market. So you get that, get that deal done.
Listen, I'm in the same camp as Carter. I don't like sending out GG, but if I send out GG and get Giannis in return, I appreciate your service. I hope you find a great church in Milwaukee. Like, that's what I tell Gigi. Because, I like Gigi, but we're talking about Giannis Antetokounmpo. Like, a franchise-altering player. I would send Jaren. I would send Edie. And y'all know I'm big on both of those guys. Like, I'd send them all. Like I would get ready to learn Milwaukee's best, buddy, because you're going there and Giannis is coming to Memphis. We can get all the Memphis wings that he wants because he's infamous for saying that he loves Memphis wings.
Yeah. And so that deal also sets, like, I know it's like a one season deal more than likely, but this is all chips in. This is the final hurrah with Ja and Jaren Jackson Jr. The thing I like the most about it, which we kind of touched on at yesterday's show, is that it takes the keys to the car off Jaren and Ja. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? Like, it puts like a pro driver in the front seat.
Because that makes Giannis your automatic 1, Ja your 2, Jaren your 3rd.
And like, it's incentive for Ja to play. To be on the court.
Yeah.
And we spoke about at the start of the season about our players being held accountable. Well, now we don't have to rely on our coach doing that.
Mm-hmm. Giannis will absolutely do that, man. Like, I'm sitting here getting excited for no reason because it's not going to happen. That kind of stuff doesn't happen to us. But like, what a world that would be if Giannis put on the 34 in Beale Street Blue. Like, I would die. So let's get back to reality now and talk about some real trades. So back to reality. The first one I would do right now, tomorrow, I would call Sacramento. And I would say, we're going to send you Ja Morant and Vince Williams Jr. And in return, we're going to get DeMar DeRozan, Malik Monk, and 2 first-round pick swaps in return. It makes the math work. DeRozan and Monk both have one more year after this on their deal. Look, we're going to be ass. We might as well be ass and scored a bunch of points because DeRozan will score, Monk will score. You could buy out DeRozan in the summer if he wants to go somewhere else, send him on his merry way because you're getting 2 first-round pick swaps to make up for it in the future. This deal goes through your own FanSpo. Happy trails, Ja. Go revitalize your career in Sacramento. Good luck with that, buddy. And Vince Williams Jr., thanks for your service.
I think
I saw this morning that Sacramento is trying to figure out what they're going to do with Keon Ellis, DeRozan, and Malik Monk. I know they're interested in sending them out. This gives them a true point guard to pair with Domantas Sabonis when he comes back from injury, a true point guard to get the ball to Zach LaVine. They've been interested in Ja this whole time and their pick swap. So Sacramento still has some control in what the pick is. I think that makes it enticing for Sacramento, as Carter 901 asked why they would they do that. I think they would.
Yeah, look, as far as like the future of the squad goes, I kind of like the idea of what we didn't do with Ja. I like the idea of pairing DeRozan with Coward and helping him develop that mid-range game, because we didn't really do that with Ja. He was never anyone's understudy because the talent level was just way too high. Like, what are you gonna teach a kid who's like a genius mathematician as a high school teacher? Really, same sort of deal. So I do like this move. I think you could probably get done with just 1 pick, to be honest.
Probably. Yeah. But I'm just I got greedy and said, let's see if we can get 2 picks for Sacramento because that adds 2 more picks for us. We know Zach Kleiman loves those. Yeah. Number 2, I'm sending out Brandon Clark to the Washington Wizards for a 2026 second-round pick. That clears up $12.5 million in cap space. It's an expiring deal for them. We get a second-round pick in this year's draft. Again, a loaded, deep draft, and ZK hits on second-round picks. They owe us the favor. I mean, I guess because they took Marcus Smart and a first last year, give us a second for BC.
It's not bad.
I'm also sending out Santi Aldama to the Detroit Pistons for a 27 first-round pick swap. It works in FanSpo. They like Santi Aldama. They've called about him a couple times. They need a guy. They don't have to give up a guy. You give us a future first-round pick swap, 27, 29, either one. They have both of those, and you get Santi Aldama, and that clears up $34 million in cap space for us going forward.
I think you get more for Santi.
Could.
As much as I am happy to pack his bags.
Yeah.
I think you probably get more for him. I don't mind it, but I think you could probably get a bit more. Yeah.
I hope so. I mean, I hope you're right. But I mean, at the same time, we get fleeced more often than not in trades. So I hope you're right. I'd love to get like a first and a second or a couple of future firsts like down the road. Like it could happen.
Yeah.
So it could happen. Now, if we're going full, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I got one more for.
Yeah, hit me, and then I'll give you my full blow up.
Okay. So this is my last one before I move into the life without Jar and Jaren. I want security for Edie. I think that's a big thing, and a big thing we're missing this season. Like, if Edie is our linchpin for success, then I want security for when he has to sit games, for when he's out. And Chalk is great, but as we've discussed, he's kind of like third string. So, like, if we're sitting on Jock still, like, we still need a bit more security, still need another big. I touched on briefly about, like, athletic BC and needing to replace that. And we just need some warm bodies that want to play. And I don't usually trade for a guy who's been a bit injured, but I would be willing to take the gamble on this one. So I'm sending out Santi, BC, and a pick to Dallas for Derek Lively and PJ Washington.
I like it. I like that a lot because that helps give us toughness. It helps us in the post. We get a pick back.
And if your big rotation is then Edie, Lively, Jock, and Jaren, I can live with that.
I can live with that.
And Dallas is in that weird stage because they're just coming out of that. I suppose they're a little bit further down the track than what we are, right? Really, when you think about it, because the Davis, Kyrie Irving combo, like, not real, like, it's done. Like, it's pretty much done, right? So, like, they're coming out of the end. So they're like, the idea of them getting picks and still having a serviceable player and like Santi and coming off BC money, like, I feel like that's pretty. I think they'd be willing to part. I think the key to that one is not them moving off Washington. It's moving off Derek Lively, who hasn't played. He's been injured. So they've still got a good glimpse of what their future looks like without him on that court, and it opens them up to the draft as well. So
yeah,
it brings in a lot of toughness for us, a lot of interiorness. Like we talk about dogs, PJ Washington is that guy. Like, so I like bringing in that, and it just makes us have a bit of a defensive identity.
Edge. It gives us an edge. It gives us toughness. PJ Washington's always been a guy who's been in the trenches for his guys. Derek Lively, when he's healthy, is a rim runner, rim protector who does give Edie some protection and can help do what Edie does more athletically. I like both of those guys coming to Memphis.
Yeah. Meeks, you spelt minutes wrong. you had weeks.
Yeah. So I think you'll like this one. And this one's a bit tricky. Walt with me here. The New York Knicks are kind of floundering a little bit, and I know they've been shopping Cat, but their return on Mikal Bridges hasn't been as good lately. Like, he hasn't been quite what he was. So why not see if you can't get Mikal Bridges at value while it's low? Okay? So I'm going to send the New York Knicks. You'll like this one. Santi Aldama.
Good start.
Jalen Wells.
Yeah.
And a 2029 first-round pick swap that we got from Orlando for Mikal Bridges, a 27 and a 28 second-round pick. Bridges brings shooting. He brings defensive identity. He brings the savvy vet. He's a guy we've wanted for a long time. You're giving the Knicks Santi, who's going to go to a contender and contribute, a 7'4", guy who can shoot a 3 and rebound guy. I won't call him a 3 and D, but a 3 and rebound guy. Jalen Wells, an interesting young prospect who plays defense well and can be a streaky shooter, but maybe New York's where he needs to be to kind of grow. You get a couple picks back, and you only have to send out a future pick that wasn't yours to begin with from Orlando.
Yeah, my only hesitation is this. Is this a move that, like, we want it done 3 years ago? Do you know what I mean? Like, is it a little glory days a little bit? Do you know what I mean? Is it like, well,
you're getting maybe, but you're getting him at a lower value and an opportunity for him to kind of have a rebound again because he's still young. He's still got life ahead of him. He's still
I like his game. This
is a move to me. This is a move to me that's like, we're going to give this Ja and Jaren one more last try and have Ja, Said, Mikal, Jaren, and Edie as your starting 5. And if it doesn't work out, you gave that. This is a one last swing for the fence because Mikal would solve a lot of issues for us, both offensively and defensively. And this is your last swing to see if you can make it work with Ja and Jaren. If it doesn't work, you get Ja's ass up out of here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I like his game. I mean, it's funny. As I said previously, like I watch a lot of like opposition teams commentary when we play. Mm-hmm. And one of the things I did pick up, which had a little chuckle because it was a bit of our jock take as well from the start of the season. And they were like, Mikal Bridges is awesome, like great player and can do it all. You know, the only thing is like you can ask him to 10 to 15 points on a night. But when you need more than that, you still got to get 10 to 15 points. It's kind of like Jock, right? It's like, you know, like on limited minutes, like he looks fantastic, but expand those minutes right out, you know, to early 30s, and it's like you're probably just going to get the same sample size. So
you can, but like, I don't know. I feel like you can get a bit more out of Mikal Bridges than that, given the right opportunity. You know, again, it feels like one last. You could also probably tweak the numbers a little bit, go after OG. I know OG's a guy that would fit really well in Memphis. His salary is a little bit bigger. He's a guy that we tried to get when he left Toronto. We swung for the fences with OG, trying to get him to Memphis. I do know that. He's a guy that has been coveted for a long time. The math could work if you just if you switch Santi and KCP. Just from a pure salary standpoint, that makes the math work. You'll have to send a couple trades out because of the hard cap, so we could get a couple back, maybe a couple seconds from New York out of it. But you are going after a guy that we've coveted before that I think does a lot of things well that the Grizzlies need. Toughness, edge, defense, rim runner.
I mean, I'm with everyone. Like I like Mikal Bridges. I think his game fits really well with us. It gives us like a really good defensive look as well. So definitely upgrade there. I am a little like, I've developed like this real soft spot for KCP. Like I really have. I'm like super reliant in all my deals. I'm like, I don't want to give up KCP. Like
I know he keeps getting better too as the season goes on. He's giving us better and better minutes. I'm not trying to trade KCP. That's why I just cooked that one up real quick. Like I'm not trying to trade KCP.
Yeah, if you got to make that to get the deal done, then that's you know. I'll 6 seconds and I'll be you made again.
Yeah.
But
now, if we're going full blow up,
the
whole doomsday scenario I had that trade with the Kings, got rid of BC, kept Santi in this scenario, and then I called Detroit, who has called about Jaren and is keeping a team that has been linked to Jaren a few times. Then I'm going to send him Jaren Jackson Jr. and John Conchar for Jaden Ivey, Tobias Harris, a 27 first-round top 5 protected, a 28 pick swap, and a 29 first-round top 5 protected. 3 picks, 2 players, essentially for Jaren, and then you're doing us the favor of finally offloading Jitty. And Jitty does things that a contender needs. He comes in, he gets you 6-8 rebounds a night, he's going to get you a steal or 2, and he's going to block Anthony Davis at the rim. Like, that's what he does. And so the contenders like a guy like John Conchar.
I like it.
Tobias Harris' expiring deal. He doesn't have to be re-signed if it doesn't work out.
I mean, I like Ivy a lot.
He's in the last year of his rookie deal.
So do you hamper, though, bringing him in Coward?
No. Because Ivy can play point guard. Ivy can be a true point guard. That's why he's not getting a lot of run in Detroit. He's not getting a lot of run in Detroit right now because Cade Cunningham has been so awesome.
I mean, I like his athletic ability. He's a good kid. Like
he's got Memphis ties. His mom coached in the Memphis women's. For a while. And then again, Tobias Harris is a $26 million expiring deal. You could re-sign him, or that's $26 million you can get off the books right there to go make a swing in the summer.
It's kind of funny because you've like reconstructed the whole roster. Do you know what I mean? But I'm like picking points.
Now this is
so I like
I pick points, but this is my blow up. Because in your lineup, with this, it would be Jaden Ivey, Cedric Coward, DeMar DeRozan, Santi at the 4, Edie at the 5. Off the bench would be Scottie Pippen Jr., Malik Monk / Cam Spencer, Jalen Wells, Gigi, and Jock. And that's our 10 we roll with for the rest of the year. And then after that, you can make decisions, right? Do we re-sign? And Tobias Harris he'd probably be the first 3 off the bench instead of Jalen. Do we re-sign Tobias or do we let him walk? Do we buy out DeRozan and keep that, at a discount and let him go somewhere else and then open up that roster spot? But it gives you some flexibility. And if you do those trades, you get 3 picks in the Jaren to Detroit. You get 2 more in the Ja to Sacramento, and then you get 1 from the BC to Washington. You get 6 picks back in return. Then this summer, you can go chase and go see if you can move up in the draft to get your guy, be it Caleb Wilson, Acuff, Flemings. Like if you think we've got to go get Debanza at the 2nd or 3rd, you would have plenty of draft capital to move up where you want to go.
Yeah. I mean, I see what you're doing. It's impressive. My take is like I don't have all the answers, so I'm gonna make like some major. I'm gonna move some key pieces so that we can react to how the market changes later. Do you know what I mean? I'm not setting anything really in stone, especially if we're moving off our 2 core guys, because this is a rebuild, and you never know who's or what kind of players coming up in the draft or who's coming off contracts. We did a good job this season of coming off that Bain money, and other teams now this season hitting this stage are hitting those same sort of problems. So you're going to have other teams coming off like their Bain contracts, and so players are going to come available again. I've got a few little key ones. So I think for me, if we're moving towards a youth timeline, I still want a bit of stability. I want to come off some money. I'm still looking for us to push pace. I wish we could just trade for health. That'd be amazing. That would be amazing.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah. So if I'm looking at pace, especially in this system, I suppose, I'm calling the Phoenix Suns and Jaren Jackson Jr. and Concha to Phoenix. Give me Jalen Green.
I do like that. Jalen Green is a guy that fits this system pretty well.
And then after that move, then you can look to move on Ja. So that's one scenario. One of my things with trading, I think I said it the other day, it's like I don't like trading like position for position. I don't feel like you get the max. I'd rather like instead of trading a point guard for a point guard, I'd rather like a point guard for a big or a big for a guard. Do you know what I mean? So I like those kind of moves because I just feel like you get the maximum value rather. So that was one idea. My next one, which I kind of like, is actually really growing on me, is we call up the Indiana Pacers. Jaren Jackson Jr. for Obi Toppin, Mathurin, and a pick or 2.
2 picks. I would have won at least 2 picks, but when you said the Pacers, Mathurin popped into mind. Obi Toppin's fine. He's got finals experience. He played well in the finals. Athletic. He's hot and cold. He's athletic. Protects the rim. I'm fine with that. Mathurin is the one that's a needle mover. That guy is a dog. He is a dog and tough defender, durable, culture kind of guy. I like Benedict Mathurin a lot, and I would love him in Memphis. And the Pacers are interested in, Dallas kind of seems to be the front runner if you read the tea leaves, what people are saying for Mathurin. But I'd love Mathurin in Memphis.
Nice. All right, I got one, and then just some thoughts. Let's get a deal done with the Pelicans, shall we? Let's get a deal. Let's send them Ja Morant. All I'm asking for is DeJounte Murray, Yves. I want.
VC. I like VC.
Yeah. I want security for Edie moving forward. He's young. He fits the timeline. No pick.
Let's
just get it done. Let's just get it done.
Trey Murphy, I like. Can he stay healthy? Or wait, you said DeJounte. Was it DeJounte or Trey?
DeJounte Murray, yeah.
I like, same thing. DeJounte, like, when he's healthy, guy can go on a generational heater.
Yep.
He's been hurt a lot. That one makes me a little bit nervous. I do like Yves Missi. He's a big body. He's strong. He gets rebounds. They've got a crowded front court room now with the emergence of Derek Queen. And honestly, that probably feels realistic because we're not right now. If we make a trade for Ja today, I don't think we're getting picks. I think we're going to have to go get. We're going to have to go get a. Say again.
And I'm not sending Ja where he wants to go. Yeah. I'm not sending him to like a contender. He can go somewhere and earn it.
Yeah. Like right now, we're not getting a pick. We trade him in the summer, we're getting a pick. Right now, we're not getting a pick. Mathurin is one that I had on my list because I had a couple other I didn't necessarily draw up trades for guys, but I had a few guys that I wanted to target. Benedict Mathurin is definitely one. Zachary Richeche is the name that's been floated out from Atlanta. And if they're interested, I would be interested in hitting a reset and getting another young body beside Edie. Maybe Zachary Richeche, you send out Jaren and some change and make it happen. Mathurin, and I think Najee Marshall is a guy who needs a change of scenery. Is not going super well in Dallas.
Yeah, I like him.
Defender. I think he would be a culture guy from Memphis, much like Mathurin would be.
And I think, like with that Pelicans deal, I think it's meeting each other halfway. Do you know what I mean? We want a pick. You want to get rid of Poole. So let's let those two cancel each other out.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like we're moving off Ja.
Tell you what. We'll bring you John Morant, and we'll bring a third team to take Jordan Poole. How about that? Like they'll take Jordan Poole. We'll get a pick. We'll send you Ja. Y'all send us DeJounte and Yves Missi. I would do that.
No, the Shanghai Sharks are a part of this. Actually,
like, send his ass back to Washington.
All right. I suppose my final one. Again, these are just thoughts. I really like. No one's going to replace Ja in Memphis. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? And I suppose that's another thing of not training position for position. You bring in the next point guard and, with a direct trade for Ja and you get throwing all these expectations on like a young kid generally. So, and that's like a bit unfair. Do you know what I mean? Like we know Ja's talent level. We know it's, top of the league when he's on the court. I do have real soft spots for Scoot Henderson, as we discussed in yesterday's show, and Ryan Rollins. So, moving ahead, I wouldn't mind them. But,
yeah, those guys.
I would kind of prefer us to move ahead with, if we're going youth and whatnot, I just want someone steady at the point guard. I want a bit of experience.
Lonzo Ball hit the trade market today.
I want to see what Ty Jerome looks like. And if we're moving off Ja, can we operate with a Ty Jerome, Scottie Pippen Jr. point guard situation? At least until maybe a better guard comes along in the draft.
I've been sitting on this a lot, hearing this a lot. I don't necessarily know that you need a superstar point guard in this league anymore. If you've got a really good wing situation, you've got a really good post situation, which we have a really good post situation. We have a young up-and-coming two-guard in Cedric Coward. I think a Ty Jerome, Scottie Pippen Jr. can be serviceable. You need a guy who is just competent and steady at the point. I don't know that you need a superstar point guard anymore.
Plus, I think it puts that expectation and wanted expectation on Coward as well.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. You know what I mean? To be a bit more the man. Maybe not this season, but maybe down the road. But if we are going sort of veteran, I don't have a deal made up for it. I just really like the idea, and we just need defense. I wouldn't mind bringing in Drew Holiday.
Oh, I would love Drew Holiday in Memphis. He's a guy that's always been just feels like he should have been a grit and grind Grizzly, right? Because he's just hard-nosed, defensive guy. Maybe they want to get him out of the way, let Scoot kind of run. I'd take Drew Holiday on this team.
Yeah,
for sure.
So they're all my less wild ones. I don't know why, but that Pacers one just really sticks out to me. I just really
like it. I like it. But I'm like Ninja DJ. I would want their pick from this year if I'm making that trade. Yeah, Carter 901 brings up a great point here. We really need to swing for the fences and completely shake up things, I think it's an or situation. We really need to swing for the fences to keep Ja and Jaren, but go get go get a Mikal Bridges, Benedict Mathurin, somebody that can fill in on the wing to pair alongside those guys. Or you need to completely shake things up. Let's get Ja out, see what's out there for Jaren, and do a complete roster overhaul. I don't know that we're going to do both. I don't think we're going to go swing for the fences, trading Ja and Jaren, and try and get Giannis, and try and get, whatever Cat or whatever's like big name is out there. I think it's an either or. Either we swing for the fences to get one more piece to one final run with Ja and Jaren, or we hit reset, hit the red button, and shake things up. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, as I said, like I'm just super interested to see. I think the tale will be told at the deadline. If we do nothing, then we know. Like, do you know what I mean? Like I suppose like the one thing I don't want to hear about is the trade line passes and we hear reports, we missed on Jimmy Butler. We missed it on Kevin Durant. Like, if that's the case, don't leak it.
I'm so tired of that. Yeah, I'm so tired of knowing you tried. Like, we had the most hustle award GM. Like, I tried. Like, I don't want to hear tried. I want it to happen. Like, let's either make it happen or or don't let me. I agree with that.
And again, like, I think like Kleiman's still on the books next season, and then after that, we don't know his future. It's like, now's the time to swing. Mm-hmm. If you're going out in a blaze of glory, then go out in a blaze of glory.
Go get Giannis. You want to make sure you get your job back? Go get Giannis. That's how you get your job back. Go get Giannis.
Zach, you can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Instagram. The link's there. I'll hook you up with some ideas.
Chugs here, like, no half measures. Agreed. Come off just to CYA from the front. Oh, yeah, we tried, but we didn't want to give up an extra pick for Mikal or for Katie or whatever. Like, I'm tired of like Ron Swanson. I've been talking about Parks and Rec a lot today. Y'all need to go watch it.
Look,
but Ron Swanson says,
if you're out there, Zach, you're listening to the show, which we know you tune in. I'm sick of drinking vodka on the show. Okay, I'm sick of
But Ron Swanson says you never half-ass two things, whole ass one thing. It's time to whole ass go after trying to fix this team instead of trying to manipulate two timelines and keep flexibility and unintentionally get younger. Whole ass fixing this team. Ninja DJ thinks that our position in the lottery will signal which direction we go. I think we know the direction we're going. We're trying to get to a better lottery pick, and then we're going to make some moves this summer to get as many picks in this deep draft. Like, that's kind of what I'm seeing in the stars, is that, like, we're blowing fourth quarter leads left and right. We're still limiting minutes left and right. We're playing for lottery picks. Call it tank, call it not trying to win, call it whatever you want to call it, slow rolling injuries. I think we're playing for a good lottery pick, and we're posturing ourselves. What ZK does is make big moves in the offseason, and I think that's what we're posturing ourselves for. And I think Ninja DJ is right here.
Yeah. I would just add, like, after the show, go put down your trade ideas in the comment section, because I'm always in the comments after episodes talking to whoever's there. So if you want more conversation and you want to chat up, like I said, I don't have all the answers, and I really appreciate other people's take. I think it's like a really good gauge of like how you look at the team, where you think the team's headed, where you think we've been. So please, by all means, in the comment section after.
Yeah.
Do it.
As we start to wrap this up, I named a few earlier, Cohen. Wayno did too. Obviously, we both agree on Giannis. Like, superstar, I don't know exactly like what you would define as a superstar, but for me, like, got like Mikal Bridges is another name I'd like to go after. Benedict Mathurin is a guy. Zachary Richelet from Atlanta. A lot of these guys that are kind of rumblings that they're being looked at. It's well known that I like Domantas Sabonis. I think he would be a good guy to call and see if you could get away from Sacramento, because he gives stability and security around Zach Edey. I mean, there's plenty of guys out there that come to mind of who I would like hypothetically go after.
Yeah. Come on.
Dylan Harper in San Antonio. Sorry. Dylan Harper in San Antonio. They got a billion point guards. Like, I would do a lot of unholy things for Dylan Harper on this team, or De'Aaron Fox. Either one.
Please don't let us be recording when that happens.
I didn't say anything about recording them, but I would do unholy things for either Dylan Harper or Fox.
Nice.
I would drink. I'd drink vodka on live on air for sure, all the time.
Yeah, and I think Carter just touched on it in the comment section. Like, health is the biggest key, and like
that's why Mikal Bridges makes sense. He was the Iron Man. Like, he didn't get hurt for like 5 years.
But like, health fixes a lot of our problems we're talking about today. Do you know what I mean? But it's just like, and I know like injuries are part of sport, but we're like 3 seasons deep of injuries, and I don't want to sit through a 4th injury plague season. Not like this. Not with like, what do we have, 9 guys out at one stage? That's ridiculous. And then of course, like, we won't talk about the really injury riddled season. How many different lineups did we see that year? So I think it is time to move off guys who are injury prone. It is time to move off the glory days of the peak of what this core team was. And I'm kind of excited for it a little bit, to be honest with you. Like, it's a little sad. Like, I'm going to see some guys I have like some real attachments to leave the squad, but it's also time. Like, it is also time.
All right,
I've been dating that girl for years. I need a new side chick.
Hang on one second. I'm cooking up something real quick. That's pretty good. Like, I'm tired. Like, it's time to. We've been dating. It's time to either or get off the pot, or kick the side chick to the curb, because it is time. It's time.
She didn't put a ring on it. So
that's it.
I'm not tied down anymore.
All right, Wayno. This might not sit, but it works. All right. Dylan Harper, Luke Cornett, a 28 pick swap, a 28 second round for Jaren Jackson Jr.
All right, say it again. Say it again out loud.
Yep. So the Memphis Grizzlies send out Jaren Jackson Jr.
Yep.
For, I got to add one more. Hang on. All right, cool. The Grizzlies send out Jaren Jackson Jr. and a second round in 2026. In return, we get back Dylan Harper, Luke Cornett, a 28 pick swap, and a 28 second rounder with the Spurs. Jaren for Dylan Harper, Luke Cornett, and 2 picks. And we have to send out a second round pick.
I think they say no.
They say no?
I think they say no.
You think that, like, they wouldn't pair, you wouldn't want to pair Wemby and Jaren Jackson Jr.?
I mean, from a Memphis point of view, yeah, I'd pull the trigger on that for sure. I think they say no.
Why?
I just
solve your point guard problem. You get a epic defender to pair beside Wemby. You get your twin towers. A starting lineup of Stephon Castle, De'Aaron Fox, Vassell, Harrison Barnes, doesn't really matter. And then Jaren and Wemby.
How do we feel about Cornett?
Look, Cornett makes the math work, but he plays defense and he plays.
I'm unsure about this one. I think Spurs are pretty steady as she goes, to be honest.
Probably.
I think they're still in their era of collecting talent. Now, you can only collect talent for so long before you need to make those bigger moves, bring in those other pieces to make it all work. But I don't know. I kind of feel like they're competing though. Like, even now at this stage, they're competing. So do they need to pull the trigger and make that move now? Have they collected enough talent now? I don't know.
What if we all right. Dylan Harper, Kelly Olynyk. So you're getting rid of an older vet guy. You have to throw in Champagnie to make the math work. 2 picks. We send out Jaren and a second round pick.
Yeah, I don't like it for us, but maybe.
Again, it's Dylan Harper. It's a 1-year deal of Kelly Olynyk, who's expiring at the end of this year. But then then again, obviously, Ja's got to go somewhere else. But then you like Dylan Harper as your starting point guard besides Cedric Coward.
I like his game. Like I'd
like him
I'd be pretty pro for everything, but again, and this is just a personal take. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want us. I just want experience at the point guard position moving forward. Like, I don't want to rely on a young point guard.
See, that's where I might disagree. I want a younger point guard who's got an edge and something to, like, a chip on his shoulder. I'm with Cohen here. If Dylan Harper comes to the Grizzlies, like, I don't give a damn what else we get. Dylan Harper is going to make everybody on this Grizzlies. He's a motor. He's a high energy player. Yeah, now you're doing a deal with the devil there with it being the Spurs.
Yeah,
but
I didn't watch much of Dylan Harper in college, so I can't reflect on that. But I have liked everything I've seen from him this year. I know he sat out a couple of games as well, but
averaging 10.5 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists per game.
Look, hit us up in the comments. I promise you.
Let us know. Yeah,
I want to hear.
We're going to be watching.
Any crazy tinfoil hat trade ideas you guys have got? Put them there. I love it. I eat it all up all day.
Come on. Bring it on.
Like scrambled egg on toast.
That's it. Exactly. Well, that's going to do it for your Friday edition of the 2 Buck Sports Show. Wayno, thank you so much for filling in this week. If Uncle Buck doesn't have power back next week, we might be doing it all over again. You never know. But I appreciate you filling in this week. It's been a lot of fun as we tried to fix the Grizzlies. We've talked conspiracy theories. We've previewed and recapped some ugly games. And hopefully, I'll be happy with 1-1 on the weekend. If we can beat the Pelicans tonight and be competitive with the T-Wolves, I think we'll call it a win.
One last question before we go. When's our next win?
Let me look at the schedule because I know we got New Orleans tonight, Minnesota.
Loaded question.
Minnesota, maybe Sacramento on the 4th.
They're playing pretty well right now. We are the worst team in the league, my friend.
No, the Kings are like the Kings are like 2 or 3 and 7, and they're 2. I think they're 3. They're right there with us.
We haven't won since Europe.
Yeah, we have not won. We've won 1 game on American soil in 2026. 1 game.
Damn.
The Kings are 3 and 7 on a 7-game losing streak. I think it's the Kings on the 4th.
I can't wait.
That's sad.
Can't wait.
But that's going to do it for the 2 Buck Sports Show. I am Rusty Buckets. For my guy Wayno here hanging out. Appreciate y'all being here. Carter, we try and help y'all get through the hard days. We're trying to help ourselves get through the hard days with these conversations, talking about an abysmal basketball team. But if it's safe, come out to Grind City Brewing tonight to watch the game. Go be a friend of somebody who needs a friend, and we will see y'all on Monday.
Thank you for listening to the 2 Buck Sports Show. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. We'll see you back here next time.